Okay, suppose I am writing a reply to a Bayesian who is very worried about AI and is specifically worried that it will grow too fast and then it will gain intelligence and then do like all sorts of bad, dangerous things and destroy the world.
One of the things I find odd about questions like that is the way that people are focusing on a particular danger that is worrying them for some reason. And they ignore equally dangerous or worse possibilities that either are always around or have been around for a long time. So why do some people freak out? I don't think that's too strong a phrase, over AI risk, and other people freak out over climate change risk. And now people are starting to freak out about nuclear war risk again. That hasn't been happening for like decades now. But I remember when it was the big thing.
Did you see a similar freak out in the last time this happened?
Absolutely. I mean, I think probably more than now. It was a complete consensus that everybody was afraid. Let me think. I think everybody was appropriately afraid.
Was it like the
it's
pandemic?
Unlike today.
Was it like the pandemic freak out? Because you also got like people actually freaking out around the pandemic and doing all sorts of things like covering their door handles in copper and not knowing whether masks work or not and so on, and these battles with their friends about whether they leave their house and whether that is akin to killing people.
The interesting thing, I think there's an interesting difference between being afraid of something like nuclear war or a pandemic and being afraid of something that one imagines, like AI risk or climate risk. So those are both things that might happen in the future, and different people might imagine different things about them.
You mean AGI risk in the future?
Well, there's AGI risk, and nowadays there seems to be AI risk as well.
I mean, there is AI risk. You know, people are using it to scam people and to fake voices of Barack Obama and ring people's grandmothers. And so what about those? Yes.
Well, those are real risks. And, you know, there's the electric car risk and the self-driving car risk and so on. And
that's not in the same league as having a greatly increased ability to scam and get like dodgy information.
It's interesting. Is it greatly increased? I mean, I wonder whether anyone has statistics about how many scams are currently advanced AI enabled and how many are simply the same old scams of saying, hello, we're the police, we want you to transfer all your money into this account.
I imagine the good scams, as in the effective scams, would be AI enabled. Like, you want to be on the leading edge of making scams.
Well, I don't know. I'm not an expert on scams. But the thing is, dangers, including scams and everything, will always be caused by new technology. New technology will always cause dangers, including scams. And to try to mitigate that by preventing new technology in case it produces new dangers is much more dangerous than any of the new technologies themselves.
What about just slowing it down such that people can adapt? Because like right now we've got something that is going so quickly that people are getting confused. Like old people, if they see an image, then they will assume that it's real. And whereas if you have time, that people are kind of adapt to, yes, there are these deep fakes and so on.
Well, I'm not sure that time causes better adaptation, because if things are happening fast, then also news stories about how people have been scammed will be seen by your old people. And whereas if we slowed it down so that only one scam occurs every few months, then it might not be news.